Hello and welcome to BikeSocial. I'm Michael Mann and reporting from Lisbon in Portugal. This cool little venue just outside the city centre. And we're here to ride this. It's the Ducati Scrambler 1100 and it's this one's known as the Special. There's three in the range. There's a stocker, this is the Special, and then there's a sport version as well, which has got Oleans as opposed to the Marzocchis on this. So this edition that I'm standing in front of right now is the Special. There's a standard bike, Special, and then Sport is the top of the range. This is the middle in terms of price, and the big difference here are the aluminium wide-spoke wheels, this brown seat, and then the chrome polished exhaust as well. Don't know how long it'll stay that colour for. This is brand new. But this bike is £11,495, and that places it in the middle of the three in terms of price. It's £600 more, £700 more than the standard bike and £700 less than the Sport. We've ridden it in Lisbon today. We've covered around about 160 or so kilometres, and what's great about this bike is it fits so perfectly in that sort of Scrambler ethos about being cool and fashionable and fairly relaxed and not really sporty, despite having a bike named the Sport in the range. What's new on this is also the 3 rider modes, so we've got some great electronics already on board with this bike, despite the fact that it's got to fit into that Scrambler way and it doesn't appear too ostentatious, over the top, too polished, let's say. So the 3 rider modes are known as City, Journey and Active. Right, so Active is the most sporty. It gives full power, which is 84.5 brake horsepower, and that creeps in around 7,500 RPM. And it gives you the most direct throttle response. The middle one, Journey, is a bit more relaxed in terms of throttle response, and it gives you more traction control, but the same full power. Whereas City is designed for, I don't know, wet riding, a bit more relaxed. So it's got less direct action with the throttle. It gives you a higher amount of traction control, and it actually cuts power by around 10 horsepower. What's cool about the engine is the old Monster 1100 engine, air-cooled L-twin 1079cc. So it's the biggest in the current Scrambler range. You've got 400, 800, and then this, the new 1100. So the 3 displacements, very similar to how Scrambler used to be back in the 60s and early 70s for the 250, 350 and 450, of course. And what's cool about this is it's all about the torque that's made low down. So there's 88 Newton meters of torque at 4,750 is where this sort of peak torque comes in. So it's really nice and low down in the range, which gives it a nice sort of sprightliness about the engine, low in the range. So whether you're going for a low speed overtake, whether you're just pootling around the city, or whether you're just bursting out into the hills as we did here in Portugal, it's really nice, low, driving that power. What's cool about this bike as well is it's comfortable. It's so very comfortable. The foot pegs are quite high, the bars are wide and far away from you, but when you've got this wide seat and you get into that position, you don't feel too relaxed, but yet it's not sporty. So it's a really good thing to be on. I'm a fan of the Sport in terms of looks. This is the Special, like we've already said, with this grey. I think the Sport is cool, very sharp, with its black and its yellow, and the Oleans matching perfectly. Downsides, I'd just say there's a lot of wires going on all over the place. It feels a bit unfinished despite its sort of premium build quality. The new instrument screen is good enough. It gives you everything you like to need on a journey. It hasn't got MPG for one. It's not a sort of one of the newfangled LCD screens. Yet it's still very easy to operate, especially flicking between those rider modes. I will have a full review of this bike for you at bikesocial.co.uk. Cheers.